Hayden's out here, been driving as long as I have. We could probably do some damage on a Le Mans 24 hours. So
that's a commitment there.
That's a commitment. Lots of lots
He's
of taking
hauling
turns.
butt.
Yeah. And let's give him a little bit of room. See, he can still get a little bit wider though. He's kind of cutting those corners a little too early. So your line's looking a little bit better than his. Awesome.
Ready?
Does it look clear?
Yep.
Cool. Let's go ahead and roll out there. And yep, we're just going out, in, out, right? So look ahead as your outside cone passes. You already know where to go. And then you're unwinding that wheel, and then just trust me here, look all the way to your apex, all the way down at the bottom of the hill, and use your peripheral vision to pick up these cones on the left and right. So brake hard, make sure you're looking ahead, and now turn in. Awesome, use all of this room, perfect. There you go, keep it nice and wide for this next cone. Let's brake hard, brake harder, and release. Let's turn in, hold that speed, and then unwind it, roll into that speed. There you go, one smooth turn, and now hold it right there, no slower, no faster. So turn in and straight over. Let's brake right here, brake, and release. Yep, so make sure you're smooth. We got a little loose, but you're fine. One big turn to that inside. Awesome, and now roll into that gas as you unwind. There you go, keep on it, and now brake hard, brake, and release. Let's turn in, just hold it nice and smooth, roll into it. We're going out, in, easy, wait for it, now roll into it. There you go, keep on that gas, and now brake hard brakes, brake, and release. Let's turn in, a little bit of gas, more and more, nice corner there. So hold it right there, just keep it slow and smooth. It's all about this left-hand turn coming up. So let's brake hard, brake, and release. Easy on the gas, more and more now. That's all good. So nice and wide here. Awesome, let's brake, look ahead, turn in. It's all good, yep. Overdriving the car a little bit, so just take it down a notch. You know, take it 5 miles an hour slower through each corner. You're going to be faster lap time wise. So let's turn in. Awesome, straight over. There you go. We're going to brake and get wide. Release that brake. Make sure you're looking ahead towards your apex. One big turn towards that apex. There you go. So hold your speed through every turn and then roll into it as you unwind that wheel. There you go. Awesome. And now brake hard, brake harder. Look ahead, look ahead. You're looking off into the grass still. Awesome. Roll into the gas. I think you're starting to get a little tired. So yeah, just tone it down a notch. Stop thinking about lap times and just get to those cones. So let's accelerate. There you go. Keep on that gas. And now brake hard, brake, and release. Let's turn in. A little bit of gas. There you go. And now roll into it. Awesome. And then just back off the throttle a little bit. You want to hold your speed. There you go. Let's brake, look ahead, and turn in. There you go. Hold that speed, a little bit of gas. There you go. And now roll into it.
That's a lot smoother.
Yeah. And now brake hard. Make sure you get wider. Yep. And now turn in. A little bit of gas. And then more and more as you unwind here. Good job. Keep on the gas. You got it. Awesome. Nice. And then hold that speed as we turn in. There you go. Straight over. And now brake and get wide. Awesome. Release the brakes. Just out and in. A little bit of gas. Make sure you're holding your speed. There you go. And then roll into that throttle as you unwind.
That's a better line there.
There you go. Yeah. And now brake hard. Brake, and release. Let's turn in. A little bit of gas. Just holding it nice and smooth. Roll into it. So out, in, nice and easy through the corner. More and more as we open up. There you go. Keep on it. And now brake hard. So brake, and release. Let's turn in. A little bit of gas. More and more as we come out. There you go. Hold that speed. You should be looking all the way to your last apex cone here. So brake. You're waiting for this last cone to pass. Turn. There you go. Awesome. Roll into the gas. Good job using the curb. You know, you're using 100% of the room. That's great. So let's brake. Get all the way out. Look ahead. Yep. Yeah, a little harder on the brakes next time.
Yep.
Yeah, the slower you go, the faster you can turn in, the faster you can get out.
Gotcha.
There you go. And your speed as we turn in. Right here, hold that speed. Look ahead, don't look off the track, look all the way up the hill. Awesome, and then all the way out. Awesome. And now brake hard, brake, brake. Let's look ahead, turn in, easy, just nice and smooth. Awesome, that was last lap. Actually, let's do one more. We're just gonna take a cool down lap.
Okay.
So let's turn in, and on a cool down lap, just avoid using the brakes. We're gonna cool down the brakes for the next person.
Gotcha.
So we'll just coast it. Sweet.
Dude,
There you go.
this car is crazy.
Gnarly, right?
Quick.
The nice thing about this car is every mistake you make kind of happens in slow motion.
Yeah.
Now those C8s, if you were to make those same mistakes in the C8, the C8s are actually really snappy. They haven't really figured out the geometry of the suspension yet on those things, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Whereas this car, I mean, the rear end just kind of floats around slowly, right? It's such a connected car to drive. You know, your Porsche is going to feel the same way too.
Yeah, you definitely feel a little more of the road in this car. A little, it's just like there's a, you can tell on that, like in the Mercedes, there's stuff in between you and it.
Yes.
Keeping you safe.
Yes.
But,
yeah. This feels like a car.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. Even though the Mercedes runs faster lap times, I'd still rather have this for the track.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little bit more reliable, and like you said, the connection in between you and the car, it feels like you're connected a lot more.
Yeah.
We used to have a couple of McLarens. We had two 570s and a 720. Both the most numb-feeling dead cars I've ever driven.
Really?
Yeah. So that 720, you know, it rips down the front straightaway. But let's say we're going through hairpin, right? If you crank the wheel and floor it, there's maybe 10% power, like to the actual tires, because it restricts every bit of power until the wheel is straight.
Oh, wow.
So it is the most restrictive car I've ever felt. Now if you turn traction control off and all of that stuff, it feels a little bit better. But at that point, for a beginner, it's impossible to drive because the amount of power and the turbos, the moment they kick in, those rear tires would light up down the entire straightaway.
Jeez.
Yeah, so it was such a numb feeling car. There's still nothing that touches Porsches, in my opinion. Miatas are good.
Yeah, so I was traveling and stopped in Wilcox, Arizona. I think it was Wilcox, but there's a place, it's a track like this.
Yeah.
And people have houses and there's an airstrip, and
That's cool.
I stopped for the night. I was actually driving to Houston from SoCal and got in there, and it was a big Porsche club event at that track, and the guy put me on the list and I got in. All these Porsches out there, and the fastest car on that track was a Miata.
Yep.
He was ripping
Sounds
it up.
That's kind of like, you know, I've coached a lot of beginners and stuff, and it's really funny because, oh, you can shut this one off too. But it's funny